Hello everybody, Lady Gear to you here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward. Today we're going to be finishing up the Lanayru Mining Facility. Hooray! Something I've realized is that, in between recording videos, is that I did not actually talk about, why this is one of my lesser favorite dungeons in the game. The reason is because, mostly the time system platforms and the rooms, like the one that I split up in the previous video, those rooms just those rooms are just really time consuming and they're just really annoying to get through, so, that is the reason why I don't really care that much for this dungeon. But, what keeps this from being my least favorite dungeon in the game, like, outright, is that the music is awesome, the item is cool, and, as we'll be seeing in a moment, the boss of this dungeon is awesome. Before we do anything else, I just want to check to see if I opened all the treasure chests. It looks like I did. So, without further ado, let's head to the boss. Over there, as you can see, there's some wind gust things. And there's another there's another time shift stone platform thing. Two switches right there, which will bring these platforms back to the station, if you want to do that. There's a bird statue right there if you want to save your progress before you do anything else, which I actually strongly recommend you do that before you do anything else. I'm not doing that right now because I don't normally save my game during Let's Plays. Simply because if I mess up a recording, I want to be able to go back to that point of the game. And that's something that actually really concerned me when I was starting Epic Mickey, because that game has an autosave feature. And because of its a choice of consequence game, I was really terrified of doing that game. Because like with the mistake I made in Mean Street when I forgot to get a side quest from Big Bad Pete, I was really terrified because I'd have to practically replay through the entire game again to re-record a failed video. That's about Epic Mickey. Let's talk about Skyward. There's another bird statue over here. If you want to save, it's kind of weird that they put two statues in the same general area. But what are you gonna do? Over here is a door which is going to lead us to our doom. But first, Five's gonna talk apparently. Master, look at this. There's a great door here that is locked tight. It is only logical that something of great importance likely rests behind this door. Thanks for pointing out the obvious, Spy. What would we ever do without you? And returning from the other two dungeons are these weird key things. I still do not really care that much for how they did the boss doors in this dungeon, in this game. There's something in the sand! It's a giant scorpion! Thousand-year rock kid, Motor Rush. This guy is awesome. Let me just say for the record that this is one of my favorite bosses in the Zelda series, and I think we're actually going to be fighting this guy multiple times throughout the game. Spoilers, I guess. The big strategy against this guy is that his claws, one is bigger than the other one. I think that's actually accurate for real-life scorpions, but I don't really know that much because I'm terrified of scorpions in real life, and I don't really want to do a lot of research on those things. But what I do know is that scorpions, their stinger can poison people, and it's actually a huge defense thing where if somebody were to try to grab onto a scorpion, then it would sting them with stinger, or if they captured their prey with their claws, they would sting them to poison them before they'd continue on to eat them. And while scorpions terrify me, they're actually really fascinating creatures. And one thing that's really interesting that I actually learned from an Indiana Jones movie of all things is that scorpions, the bigger they are, the more is the not the bigger they are, the smaller they are. The smaller a scorpion is, the more poisonous they are. So if it's a big scorpion and you get stung, you don't have to, then you don't really have to worry about all that too much because the poison is not that terrible. But if you get stung by a little scorpion, you are in serious trouble and you need to get help right away. Um, but anyway, this is the Motorot, and this guy's really awesome. After you take out the two claws, I should point out real quick that if one of his claws grabs you, take the Wii remote and nunchuck quickly to escape its grasp. And in the second phase of the fight, he's going to be sending a bunch of smaller scorpions. I think they're called arachnids. I might be wrong about that, but the smaller scorpions are going to try to go after you. So you want to go after this guy first, and when his eyeball turns red, you want to go away, or if he seals his eyeball with his horn or whatever, then you want to try and get away from him as quickly as you can. When he hides in the sand, you want to use the dust bellows to try to find him again. Whenever you see him all scaly and stuff like that, then that's where he's gonna be, obviously. He also has a few attacks like that where his stinger will come out of the sand and will try to poke you. So you don't have to worry about that too much. And let me just say, like I said a moment ago, the smarter scorpions, they are more poisonous. I at least think doesn't have to worry about getting poisoned by this guy if he gets stung. That was a lame joke. And something that's kind of weird is that these baby scorpions don't really, I guess they don't. I guess they're too young to like have poison or whatever. But I don't really know how scorpions work. All I know is that smaller ones are more poisonous, and they use their claws for to try to like capture their prey, and they'll try to sting you if they grab you or whatever. But all I know is that this guy's awesome, and this is one of my more favorite bosses in the Zelda series. And I am almost dead. Oh my god. At least I got some fairies that can restore my health if I do die, which I really hope doesn't happen, because that'd be really embarrassing on camera, because I usually don't really have a whole lot of trouble with this boss fight. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble right now. It's probably just Let's Play curse, where where you can like be the best at a video game, and but whenever you try to record something, you are terrible at it. And we defeat the Motorot just in time because I was running out of things to say. Clap for joy! And we stole his heart. We're a monster. If for whatever reason you want to leave this room before you go on forward, there's a ladder over there that'll take you back to that door. But what we want to do is we want to get this heart container, and then we have to go inside the door. And we also got a second row of hearts, which is really cool because that means we're halfway done with the heart containers. I mean, getting those stuff and things. And let me just say, I really love this room right here. It's gonna seem all dark and gloomy right now, but as our beetle flies over to the Stamsif stone so that we can activate this track, but you're gonna see in a moment that this is one of the most beautiful rooms that I've ever seen. And anybody who's stopped playing this game anybody who stopped playing this game because of how boring Anybody who stopped playing this game because of the Lanayru Mining Facility are really missing out, because this room is absolutely gorgeous. And the cutscene that's going to be coming up soon is one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire game, just because of how awesome it is. I just can't express how much I love this room so much. It's all shiny and blue, and there's statues of these robots right here. I just can't really explain just how much I love this place. But now, let's head outside. Impo! Reverse, quickly, to the gate! Let it go to you. Here, you'll need this where you're going. Go now! Am I late? No, you're right on time. Idiot to you. You must go now. Return to the old woman at the sealed grounds. Tell her what happened here, so you will know where you must go. And know that we will... I'll see you again. This isn't goodbye. I promise. Now you've done it, Lady Gear to you. I blame myself. I should have reprimanded you the last time we met, but instead I was soft. I take pleasure in punishing you, but I have no time for recreation. But next time, I'll do more than just beat you senseless. I'll make the affair so excruciating, you'll deafen yourself with the shrill sound of your own screams.